burglary of a motor vehicle. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. Please.
There's very so. One moment, my system is. On March 20th, 2025, law enforcement officer was dispatched to a burglary of a motor vehicle that occurred in Old Navy parking lot in Harris County, Texas. A law enforcement officer spoke to two witnesses who viewed the incident. The first witness stated that the suspect's motor vehicle pulled up the complaining witness's motor vehicle, and the suspect wearing a camouflage hoodie got out and pulled on a door handle of the complaining witness's motor vehicle, attempting to open it. That set off the alarm of the motor vehicle, and the first witness advised that the suspect got back into a car, drove off to another area of a parking lot, parked and waited for the alarm to stop alerting. The first witness stated that once the alarm stopped making noise, the suspect jumped back over to the complaining witness motor vehicle, parked, and the suspect in the passenger seat got out and was able to make entry into the complaining witness's motor vehicle. The complaining witness advised that she was walking up to her motor vehicle when she saw a Hispanic male wearing a camouflage jacket sitting in the driver's seat of her motor vehicle. The complaining witness stated that the suspect saw her walking up, jumped out of her motor vehicle, got into the passenger side of a waiting vehicle with an unreadable plate, and the complaining witness then heard the male tell the driver, "Go, go, go." Another law enforcement officer advised he was patrolling when the gold Tahoe that the suspect was observed in passed him at a high rate of speed. Traffic stop was initiated, and the law enforcement officer was able to send pictures from the witness showing the suspect motor vehicle leaving the location to another law enforcement officer who was able to verify the suspect motor vehicle. After further investigation and search of the suspect, a camo jacket was found in the rear seat, and a flat-pointed screwdriver consistent with the tool that would be used to break a lock on the complaining witness's door.
It was both that were attempting to B&B.
Yes, Your Honor. Yeah. The defendant is the registered owner of the vehicle, but the motor vehicle was displaying a counterfeit tag that did not come back registered to.
So Mr. Cerna is the one that owns the Tahoe?
No, I apologize, Your Honor. Mr.
The other
Stern is the second. Looks like the second individual that was in the passenger, that was in the driver's seat whenever the complaining witness came out of the vehicle, is not the owner of the vehicle.
Judge, if I may, the complainant or the witness stated that she saw a Hispanic male with a camouflage hoodie. When they were pulled over, there's two people in the vehicle. The camouflage hoodie was not on my client, so I'm saying that there's no probable.
They have both of them in the car, being car.
The both of them in the car.
That's what, according to you, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Both individuals.
We're in the car attempting to.
I have the
Because I thought it read that one person wearing a camouflage hoodie was in the car. when
That was the
somebody-
second one. So the first person goes in, gets out, and then that's when the other one goes in. And then at that point, the complaining witness comes up and tells them to take off. Mr. Cerna, let's go through your stuff. Theft of wire or cable. Theft, trespass, evading arrest, burglary of a motor vehicle, theft, assault of a family member, attempted burglary of a motor vehicle, theft, third, burglary of a motor vehicle, unauthorized use of a motor vehicle, evading arrest in a motor vehicle, burglary of a motor vehicle, assault, possession of marijuana, robbery, felony theft, assault, a prior, now a felony, another felony assault, unauthorized use of a motor vehicle, tampering with a government record, felony theft, unauthorized use of a motor vehicle, and now open, you have unauthorized use of a motor vehicle, felony theft, burglary of a motor vehicle, and possession of a criminal. What on earth do we need to do to keep our county safe? It's a rhetorical question, but I don't know what on earth we need to do to ensure that our county and our cars are safe. You live in Houston, dude. You don't live in Montana or Wyoming. People like their guns and they like their cars. And when you muck with the wrong person, they're going to shoot your ass dead. It happens time after time.
Judge, he's due in felony court tomorrow for his felonies. His bond is currently set at 10,000 for this misdemeanor. Can we reset till Friday to see what happens in felony? I'm asking the court to not revoke his bond. His bond is set at 10,000. I'm asking the court to just keep it in place.
So there's nothing for me to revoke because he has not made bond on
In
the
felony, correct.
You're now being held at no bond on at least 2 of the felony cases that I see. If, I don't know if you're going to get out, but if you do, I'm ordering you to have home confinement. I don't want you out at all because you scare me, Mr. Cerner. You really do. You're not going to be in possession of weapons. On your other ankle, I'm going to put a scram monitor so I know that you're not consuming alcohol. I don't want you using any dope. And let me be frank. If I find that you break any of these conditions on your bond, I'm going to make your bond so high you'll have teeth popping out. Do you understand? Do we have, who got the co-defendants? Do we have the co-defendants? No contact with the co-defendant, please, Felicia.
Still loading, Your Honor, I apologize. We have the code of Your Honor.
Say it again.
We have the code of I'll sit on 14.
Let me ask you this. You ever had a job before? Like a full-time job?
Yeah.
That's probably a good idea. When you have too much time on your hands, you become self-destructive. So with this, it's just a matter of time, dude. It's either dead or 50 years, man. Really? Life's too short to live in a 6x9 box for the next 50 years. All right. We'll set you for Monday.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Mr. Senna.
Judge, I have another person on docket.
Okay, sorry. Tell
We
me.
have Dwayne Berard. It's the chief. I'm sorry,
Bond or Jen?
Gel.
Okay.
Okay.
What's the word?
I was speaking with the chief. I'm not sure if he wanted to come up here on this individual. This is for Dwayne Berard, if we can do probable cause.
Sure. Of course. It's an assault, right?
Yes, Your Honor. On February 1st, 2025, an officer was notified of an inmate who was assaulted by 2 other unidentified inmates. The officer was informed by the detention officer that the complaint was stated he had been assaulted by the defendants. The officer was unable to review surveillance video due to the camera being down. The officer interviewed the detention officer who identified the defendants by the description given to him by the complaining witness. The officer interviewed the complaining witness and observed redness and bruises to the right side of his face and a laceration on his right forearm. The complaining witness stated that 2 light-skinned black males had entered into a cell yelling,
Joe Torres.
I apologize, I'm reading straight from the number. You gotta get your gay ass out of here. And started stomping and punching him. The complainant was described one male as bald with a beard and the other had a fade with waves and tattoos. Witness stated both males had seen him previously sitting with a transgender inmate and made comments. Through the description, the detention officer was able to identify the defendants.
Judge, the complainant says that the people that assaulted him were two light-skinned males, one bald with a beard and one with a fade and a beard. My client at the time had an afro. He does not even match the description given by the complainant. So off of the wrong, improper identification of my client, there would be no probable cause to make the arrest. He doesn't even fit the description.
Please? I mean, I don't know. You know, that was 2 months ago. Hair grows. I don't.
When I saw him, I got the case, I think February 11th. When I saw him on that date, he had an afro. In his booking photo, he has an afro. Now, after the fact, he has now cut his hair. February 1st is the date of the incident. He had an afro.
So what we have here is, and just come from the office report, by the description given by inmate Gardner, camera was able to identify inmate Williams, and inmate Gerard, Dwayne, inmate Gardner was in fear for his life and press charges against said inmates.
I don't know. Do you want to reach out to the officer? Did they like take some kind of
I mean, absolutely.
There
or
was
did they
pictures
bring him?
on the portal. The pictures taken, there is a male with a beard and a fade with tattoos as described by the complainant. However, the picture that's on the DA portal, that's not my client.
So, Your Honor, here's what I've just asked. We reached out to Colin because he does have some serious pending charges. I think we're going to be able to get our case resolved out based on our evaluation of this case. I just need a second here to get felony to reach back out to me to come to a resolution on this.
I mean, if they have the wrong person, they have the wrong person.
It's the wrong person,
I
Judge.
would argue that based on the PC we have in the DIMS.
You want to reach out to them now to see? I'll give
We've
you
already
some.
reached out. We've reached out.
Fine.
And we were here in our last setting for that to happen. It still hasn't.
Ariel, that's not what happened. What happened is Ariel came to me and said, hey, I think y'all have issues with the case. Here's why. I said, okay, we'll take a look. We have taken a look. Given felony our concerns for the case. That is what was supposed to happen.
But is it true that the photo that they gave was a different person?
Yes, that is correct, Judge.
Where does it, where does it?
Let's do this. I got a line building up. Show them real
I have
quick.
showed them, Judge. And I gave,
Judge, based.
I broke down the case, gave them point details of what's wrong.
And I'm not, what I'm saying is, Judge, we, based on what Ariel gave me last time, we evaluated the case.
But we all have the discovery on the portal. I did my diligence. That's where I'm going to leave it,
Okay,
Judge.
let's do this. Let me stand down for a second. Can you pull the picture so I can see it real quick as well? And then let me take a look. And if it's not the right person, I'm going to find a PC now.
Okay,
So just, but they've been waiting. Just give me
okay, Judge.
10 minutes. And then let me,
I'll hop back in line and I'll have the picture ready. Thank you.
Ms. Souls.
Yes, Judge.
Hey,
Okay, so I have talked to pretrial in regards to the violations as to tampering with the scrum.
you need a translator anyway, right?
I guess
Enrique
so.
Ramirez?
Yes. So, pretrial doesn't know exactly what was tampered with. He does work in construction. He wears boots, he wears socks. He does suffer from this condition called neuropathy, where he has to put like this cream on here. He says the scrum actually has been causing him a lot of pain on his legs. So sometimes he shifts it to put the lotion or moves it. But since it was in the morning, he said it was probably like when he was at work with the boots. But there was no like BAC, no alcohol, nothing. It was just
Because a
tampering.
lot of times the way they do it, they tamper with it so that alcohol can't be detected. They'll put something in between the leg and the monitor to, evade. This is Enrique Ramirez.
Let me look at their photos.
This was,
A lot of times they'll say the tamper was from midnight to like 6 a.m. so that we know that there was something in between the leg or they've done something for that length of time. I don't know.
See the first one?
And it says alcohol was detected.
On March 1st at 4:32 a.m., returned to baseline at 2:40 p.m. That tamper was 10 hours and 8 minutes.
Come up, Mr. Ramirez.
I don't see the second one. I see the one on the first only.
¿Dónde es?
Tengo que te estás, que tienes alcohol en tu sistema y que estás fallando con la máquina también.
No, sir.
La máquina me dice otra cosa. I don't know what to tell you, Ms. Solis, but
Oh, I mean, pretrial doesn't have knowledge as far as like what was the tampering. I mean,
they can't. It's impossible.
I know that, Judge.
All we know is that the device was not detecting his skin for certain period of time, and at the same time, alcohol is detected.
Ujú. ¿Dónde estabas el día primero y el día 8?
So let's do this. I need to get a translator here so I can properly translate and let him know what I'm going to. Oh, Blasa.
Yes.
Can I borrow you for a second, please? I just need you to help me translate.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Ramirez. You were instructed not to tamper or remove the device. We have two tamper events here, where on March 1st at 6:33 a.m. and the second one on March 10th of 2025 at 11 a.m. Alcohol was detected on the first event. Alcohol was not detected during the second tamper event. That's what I have. We need to do something with this case. It's 207 days old and he's now tampering with the device. So
I know, Judge. I mean, we're ready for plea today, but
up your bond. You're tampering with the device and you're consuming alcohol. Told you not to.
I'm the building. Think it's. Is it?
Let's do this. I'll send it for a drug and alcohol test right now and he'll.
yeah, Judge, yeah, because he has no status. If he goes in custody, he will get a nice hold.
I have admonished you ad nauseum not to violate conditions, because if you go to jail, there will be serious consequences. And we now have tamper events and a positive alcohol rating. I am now going to send you for an alcohol and drug test right now. I want to know what, if anything, that you will test positive and you're to come right back. And we'll see.
Yeah, because he does say, he does use the creams on his arms and hands, so it doesn't have a BAC level or anything in regards to this crime, so.
Advised of.
I understand, Judge, I understand.
All I know is that alcohol was detected and he's tampering with the device.
Okay, all right, Judge. All right, well, so I'll step out and then, okay, thank you.
Judge, Anthony Gomez, he has been in touch with.
I will say, Judge, before we do the plea, I was informed by probation, he did a TRAS in anticipation of his sentencing for next week in felony courts. And apparently they are recommending inpatient treatment. So he's likely going to get that on the felony probation.
Over there.
That was their TRAS.
Yeah, we're not going to ding him.
Okay. Just wanna-
No, he'll be expected to once he's released.
Of course.
Mr. Myers, come up. Good morning, sir. Good morning. You're charged, You're charged with driving while intoxicated, second offense. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You're making a very serious decision today, Mr. Myers. You need to understand that you ever get into a car forever and a day, you get pulled over and there's anything funky in your car, whether it's alcohol, dope, you're now going to be looking at a felony charge. Do you understand? A third DWI, you're looking at 2 to 10 in the penitentiary. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Have you been to the pen before?
Yes, sir.
You could be looking at potentially 15 to life days. You know, if it's a serious enough charge, you know, if you've been to the pen twice, you're a truth habitual. 25 to life, man. Really. When something that's so easy as you taking an Uber, $40, anywhere you want to go, even if you've had a sip of alcohol, a toke off a joint, you get into a car, you're begging for trouble. Do you understand? The agreement is 1 year in Harris County Jail to be probated for 18 months. You will do a repeat offender education class, 4 victim impact panels. You must also do a TRAS, which is an evaluation to see what other conditions you may need. He's already done a TRAS upstairs.
He'll still have to do it with.
Can we go on that as well? And we'll piggyback so he doesn't have to do it again? Okay, we're going to use your TRAS upstairs down here so you don't have to do it all over again. And what we'll do is we will do the same thing because they're requiring you to do SATIF upstairs, okay? Which is probably what they're going to order you to do. We will run everything at the same time so it runs together. Just if you have a problem, address it, man.
Sure.
The last thing you want, did you see what happened yesterday? Did you see what happened upstairs yesterday?
No, sir.
Yesterday, there was a guy that's in his 30s that had 2 DWI convictions. He's out in a car. He rams into someone else in the back, kills an officer. Yesterday, he's got life. So that's what I'm saying. It's an accident. You don't mean to do it, but if you kill someone, you're looking at a life sentence, man. Take an Uber. It's not hard. It's so easy. One button on your damn phone will get you a car wherever you want to go. You must do 3 days in Harris County Jail as a condition of the probation. Do you know when he wants to do it?
April 28th.
Okay. All right. No breath test refusal. If you're driving in a car, an officer asks you to submit a breath test, you must do it while you're on this probation. No drugs, no alcohol, and a guardian and a lock. Is this how you understand the agreement, Mr. Myers?
Yes, sir.
You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So once you accept this agreement, you're stuck with us until you complete it or you get revoked. If you do something to violate this probation, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. I'm going to put you in jail. I'm going to bring you back out and we're going to have a hearing to determine if you violate it and you're looking at an entire year. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I have to suspend your license. I'm going to suspend it for a year. Good luck to you, sir.
The super fines and everything are waived. I am appointed. He's very much in his job.
I normally on a second won't, but he's on probation. He's going to be doing SATIF. I will. Don't get into a car, man. Just please don't get into a car. It's not hard. You understand? I'm suspending your license as of today. You're not allowed to drive. I will have you sign an affidavit today promising me you're not going to drive. Mr. Myers, I don't care what you got to do. Just don't drive. All right, good luck. Thanks.
Stop. Or, actually, I don't.
Jeff, this one was at night. I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. You ready?
Travius Bell, Your Honor.
Okay.
Mr. Bell, he's, was on the docket for today, but he does have a bond violation.
You mind bringing him up?
The Travius Bell.
You mind bringing him up?
Oh, yes, Mr. Bell. Oh. I believe the state is going to join me, on this one, Chief.
Okay. Who wants to talk first?
If I may, Your Honor. I think the facts were that, you may recall, he was being evicted from the place where he was living with his family member. He was getting a drink. His family member has dreads like him, kicked the door. He was walking back to the residence. They accused him of doing what his cousin did. He was taken into custody because he had the MAJ out of Fort Bend County. I believe he gave a fake name or something like that. The state is verifying these facts. He was in the process of finding some place to live when he was here for his bond conditions. He's got his ankle monitor. He has a new place where he lives, where he's been resting his head. But I think the bond violation is popping up because he's not checking in to where the original location was that he gave probation. I believe he has phone records from when he was speaking with probation, trying to inform them of the updated address. And I just got the BVR last night at like 9 o'clock or something like that, the first
I
time.
haven't even seen it.
Yeah,
I don't even.
nor has the state. So perhaps we're
Let me take a look. So the bond violation is that he entered at 10:50 as opposed to the 10 o'clock, right?
Yes, 10, 15, 21 seconds on 3/28. And that goes back to 3/28 as well, Your Honor. And today is April 9th.
Don't pick up any more bond violations. It's not going to go well for you. You understand? If you don't have anyone if you don't have anyone that's ready to pony up $10,000 on you, if you get both your cases revoked, you'll be stuck like Chuck in there until this thing's over with. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Make good decisions. One more. That's it. There's no excuse. Do you understand? Okay. All right. We'll continue supervision.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Your Honor.
We were contemplating on bringing him out here to do the plea. And
Not a
my
good-
client,
not a good sense.
he spat on the officer. I was right there. I'm a witness to it. So, but the officer said that I won't have to remove myself because he said he's not going to file charges on it. But he did.
I mean, I don't know why we don't have a spit mask on him, you know?
He had one on.
He took it off.
He took it off, Judge.
And they refused to put it on. Just the court's information too, he was previously charged, that's what pending is harassment.
Right. But that's why he's got the felony upstairs. Nice.
Yes, sir.
So what do you want to do? Do you want to set it off?
We'll set it off, Judge, and we'll see, but I just feel bad for the officer. That was the most disgusting thing I ever seen in my life, you know, so. I like to commend him though, he was very professional and he went away and thought about it and came back and did his job, so hats off to
Tell
him.
him, good job, but
Good job, yeah,
he's eternally going to be here because it's just,
yes, sir.
it's just, you had him evaluated?
Yes, sir, he came back competent. Yes, sir.
We're at this.
Are you able to communicate with?
I asked him this morning, I told him that we were about to do the plea. Are you ready to undergo this process today? Because the last time we were not able to do that, and he said yes. I asked him, I say, the judge is gonna ask you, how do you plead to the fact that you violated your probation by da, 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 and true or not true? He said, true. I said, that's what you have to say, true. Are you pleading true because it is true? Yes. I said yes, so.
Able to hold the conversation.
I was able to hold that conversation about the process he was about to undergo with admitting to the technical violation. I told him that that the state is moving forward on the technical violation because I could not, and with all due respect, I could not plead him true to the new law violation because it's still a pending case and that could be used against him if he had decided to go to trial on the case, his admission to it. But yeah, he spat in that officer's face.
Okay, I guess we'll set it off. I don't know what to do. Tori, we T-RAS him, right? What did it say?
Well, Judge, I would recommend if he doesn't work the case out, we just set up for a form of MRP here.
What do they T-RAS recommend? The problem is that just because of what upstairs, we can't do anything anyway. So even if they say residential or we can't,
I mean,
can you talk with
it's got a
them?
technical day. that he could. It's just.
If I were to sentence him to anything
Right.
because of the open felony, it's,
And I mean, he's completely not out on this case. I mean, that's the other.
It was outpatient mental health initiative with IFB and Speaking for a Change. That's what the CR said about. I'm gonna assume they didn't, consider him for DDRP just because of his behavior in custody.
should we do another one?
I don't think they'll take him in DDRP because of.
The bad he is?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll
And
put it very
you know, the
into
thing
the
is that
programs.
even if we sentence him to that, I don't think he'll,
Yeah, he's not gonna participate.
In correct, there's no state payments there.
Not in misdemeanor. One of the
What?
other.
what do you, which one you say? I mean, we could, but he'd have to be,
And then I don't prefer misdemeanor. Well, now if it's felony.
If felony does it, then you could, there's more options there, but a misdemeanor, it's just DDRP and
But
SAT.
you all don't need this case to proceed with the felony, do you, chief?
For the misdemeanor.
I- you know-
I get it.
when is the felony seventeen? Let's see.
Uh,
Moses is the last name, right?
yes,
Yes, sir. Walter Moses, Your Honor.
Except for 429. Why don't we set it for the day after? Let's see what happens, if anything.
Yes, sir.
Let's set it for, the felonies for 429, so 430. Let's see. And then,
Yeah, and I can talk to the felony prosecutor just to see like, is this an issue? Felony two, my son, lose, I just have so many things, so I can talk to felonies.
okay,
Okay.
all right.
Thanks, Chief.
Thank you.
Thanks. You have something on today's docket?
No, Your Honor,
Is that what this is? PSR?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
One, Your Honor, but
So 255-7900,
So 255.
7900.
79.
On Cheryl.
7,900, Cheryl. It's the last name.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Can I bring him up?
Oh, so this is, I guess,
He's not here.
He's not here. He's from out of state. There's not a date. And so I was wanting to answer the open warrant and try to see if we can set a bond.
We usually do that with them here so we can get bond conditions done. Where do they live?
He's in Maryland, Baltimore area.
Can he get here so we can do it? I don't mind giving him a PR bond,
Yeah.
but we need him here.
So he said he could be here by next week. I think spring break is next week for the family.
Tell him
The
to be careful,
16th.
he gets on a plane.
Well, that's the problem. So I didn't want him to get on a plane or drive and there's.
Well, driving, I mean, I don't think that
Either way, we couldn't clear it because he would need to fingerprint and I would need him here to sign the bond and to be sent for fingerprinting. Because even if a bond is set, the warrant can't be cleared until they go to JHC and receive that information. So,
I don't know, like if I were to set a bond, I don't know, would he be able to make it in Maryland?
oh, like a surety bond?
Yeah.
Right.
Or if I remember pay the court. or
I know for
something.
surety bonds, they do have to fingerprint as well.
Yes.
So I'm
but-
not sure how that works.
Are you okay with setting a bond on this?
My only, I didn't realize what, my only concern is obviously the bond issues, right? Like, I don't care about the amount, it's because it's family bonds case, so we're gonna contact.
Well, so what, you know, if we set a bond and he makes it, he's got 7 days to be here. If he doesn't come, we issue another warrant and I'll never do it again.
We just came from court one. There's apparently two cases.
Oh.
One was going to be dismissed. We
Wait a
thought it was
second.
in court.
No.
Now we're here.
But
It's coming to us, regardless, it would have been, it's the lowercase number. We have the lowercase number, so it come to us.
what's weird?
That was said to be the other day that that the magistrate found no PC on, but inside the warrant.
Oh, that's weird. Did you hear that?
And we had case two.
So let's get it here, Vic. Let's get it here so we can do everything all at once. You want to do that?
Yeah, the court one has to be the one to transfer it, and they have to sign it.
Will you go?
I just came from, but the prosecutor's office said they're going to end up dismissing the case. It hasn't happened yet. But there was no reason for the judge to issue a bond or anything. She said I still had to come here. So I just came.
Did they say when they're going to dismiss it or no?
No, but I mean, at this point, it can't.
The problem is, if I set you a bond now and they don't dismiss it, you'll never be able to post bond because there's always going to be that warrant out.
I mean, I can run up, go and check with the
Put on the record.
Oh, great. Is it your case?
It's not, it needs to transfer over because it was a cold one. That's fine.
He's saying that they're going to dismiss it.
The assault family violence.
I think the magistrate found no PC on it. And the magistrate refused to sign the warrant too.
It's the other one, Judge, that they found they didn't sign. It was the 255787.
They found no PC or they found
They
PC?
didn't sign the warrant. The one
On the
in court
terroristic
one,
threat.
I don't know if he signed out. But. the
Okay,
one-
so I guess the magistrate found no PC on the terroristic threat and found
Get on her case at all, maybe. I don't know. I mean, I was going to ask for a PC hearing anyway, but at this point, because there's an
Let
open
me do
warrant.
this plea real quick and then,
Yeah, I'll
Be on your
hang out.
case.
Thank you.
it was, the magistrate found no PC on the terroristic threat, our case.
Oh, okay.
So let me just do this plea and we'll do PC.
Yeah.
Coming up. How's jam?
Wasn't fun.
I'll be back.
You don't want help?
I would like to receive help.
We can help you find a place to stay. We can get you food, cell phones, all kinds of stuff. All you have to do is ask and we can provide it to you. The problem is that if you're homeless and you continue to rack up these convictions, you're just making it worse for yourself. Every time you plead guilty, you end up with a conviction. And when you rack up certain types of convictions, it only hurts you so much worse, you know? They've offered you time served. If you want to do this today, we can do it today. We also have other services available as well if you want that as well. You're charged with 2 counts of criminal trespass. The agreement that they have worked out, or that you guys have worked out, is they're going to dismiss one. You will end up pleading on the second one. If you do this, you're going to end up with a conviction on your record. From now on, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail. You understand? Is this what you want to do? You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So once you accept this, there's no turning back. Who do you have in your life? Do you have anyone?
Right now,
Mom, dad,
I
anyone?
have my mom, but I haven't contacted her.
Why not?
I haven't had the
Where does she live?
town.
So you would prefer to live on the street than contact mom?
No, I really get in contact with her, but it's just been a minute.
She's what?
It's been a long time. I would want to get in contact with her though.
Where are you living now, on the street? So why not call mom? Isn't it better to live at home with mom than to live on the street?
That's what I want to do now. But I'm realizing.
But Cassidy, 30 days from today, if you have a change of heart, if you would rather do something else like a probation, come back and we can talk. Because I have jurisdiction within 30 days of after you do this. If you have a change of heart, if you want probation, if you want help, services, we can do that for you. You know, it just scares me that you're doing this. You're going to end up right back on the street, end up back in 2 weeks with another charge, you know? How do you plead to this offense, sir? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Still give her resources.
I'm going to have you talk to Shatoria. We have resources that we can give you. Whatever you need, all you got to do is ask and we'll try to help you with whatever you need. All right? Like I said, if you have a change of heart, you want to do something within 30 days, let me know. We can do something, try to do something different. All right? How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty? Mr. Cassidy?
That's weird. How do you plead guilty or not guilty?
What is that? How do I plead?
Guilty or not guilty?
Are you guilty of criminal trespass? All right. I'm going to find you guilty. I'll send it to you the 90 days. I'll give you credit for 36. I'll have you talk to Shatori now so we can try to help you out. All right? All right. Good luck, Mr. Cassidy. Your other case will be dismissed.
Oh, I have.
Mr. I don't know if you have another Rodriguez. I think we got set for trial today. We have some CPS records that we just got, so I can put in the
Okay, I'll sign
motion and everything. So once I get that, I wanted to proceed with that. I have the records if you want them, because I know that the motion is, you know.
it. Oh, is this something from in camera?
So it is, I'm happy to give you those records if you would want them.
You want them, right?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. You have a problem with me releasing? I usually,
I just, I guess these are the steps that I just have to.
of course, but I am a firm believer that it should be an open door. You know, you should be able to get access. Well, assuming if it's relevant.
So I was asking if you wanted the
Yeah.
records, I
I don't want it. I'm going to give it to you.
Yes, Judge. Thank you.
Yeah, so whenever I can sign it.
I'll sign it right now.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
What is that?
Jared, how are you?
I was hoping they wouldn't come up here so I could.
No, I'm kidding. Approaching on the Joe Demas case, Judge, DEMAS, and it's on the jail docket.
Okay.
And I visited with the chief about it. He's got some felony cases that are pending for which the offer is pretty exorbitant amount of time.
What do they offer?
Well, they're at 15. And so, yes. And the problem is, I think they're in a position where he's served all the time he could ever get on our case, but they are not yet willing to or able to dismiss it because of the nature that this has
Just want
been.
more time?
Well, probably would help. Because I think he really needs to figure out how to resolve that case. So yes, I would defer to the court on that, but if you're willing to give more time, then I think it'd be appropriate. I'll get the day after his next felon court. Okay.
You got it.
Thank you, Judge. Thanks, guys.
I don't see the CPS stuff. Guys. Hey, do you see the CPS stuff in there? Yeah, there's something for me to sign for CPS records to be released. Yeah. Sebastian, did you file something
On,
just for me to sign? Because I don't see anything.
maybe so.
I'm waiting on.
Oh, okay.
All right, let me, this was, no, I mean, this was one quick.
Just take your time. There's no rush.
7900. It is discovered. Yeah.
Okay, I think I followed on the phone. I think I followed on the phone.
Ah, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
So do you have the cost numbers on Cheryl?
Yes, I'm pulling it up now.
I mean, theoretically speaking, if a magistrate found no PC on our case here, there's nothing I can do anyways. Right? Because we've lost jurisdiction. So there's nothing that I can do with it. They either have to dismiss it or have to go re-indict it at some point.
Right, yeah.
So what do you want to do with the terroristic threat?
I mean, just for candid purposes, this is the first time that I'm looking at.
That you're even seeing, okay, so
And everything, so I'm just not in a position where I'm gonna be able to say, yes, we're gonna, dismiss it or not.
what we normally do in that instance is we give the state a little bit of time to do whatever they want to do to determine whether they want to dismiss it or go indict it. We usually put it for the last. Vic,
Yes, Judge.
The no PC cases that they haven't dismissed, do we put it on the last day of,
The last Monday of the month, so April 28th.
that's what we normally put it on for you guys to make whatever decision that you want to do. The terrorist threat's out of my hand. Nothing I can do on it. So if you want me to do something on the assault, we got to get it down here. And then I can set you a bond.
They just called.
Okay.
The assault's been dismissed.
So I just want to make sure there's not an open warrant. That's the only.
So I guess does the warrant not sign?
But the problem, he never signed the 2B, right? So how can there be an open warrant if he didn't sign the 2B?
It's like it's in one status, but they didn't.
It'll show warrant status, but a judge, me, the magistrate never signed the actual warrant for it to issue. It shows warrant status, but
Okay, so I think the open warrant was
problem
court
is
warrant, realistically.
no, because they just dismissed it.
Right, so now that will go away.
That's going to
Potentially.
pay, but our case here in court 5, it's been no PC by the magistrate. So the problem is that wherever he goes, people are going to see open warrant and they're not going to know what transpired here. So they're going to assume it's in warrant status. So they're going
That's
to,
my concern for him. Even-
I understand. So ball's in your court. My name's Bennett and I ain't in it.
Yeah, I mean, I just can't do anything.
I mean,
So-
I can hang out
No.
today.
Take your time, take a look, you know. What I would do, just, I guess, get his information, contact him in a couple days, see what you guys want to do, take your time, talk to whoever you need to talk to, and then to make a decision.
So I'll talk to my chief today about it. See what's up.
And then you guys, I mean, for me,
Yeah,
there's
at
nothing
this-
to do, because
Well, thank you, Judge.
our house is out, and then the other one's been dismissed. I would go get a copy of that dismissal.
Right, no, this is all helpful either way. I'm glad I came down.
I would, at the minimum, go get yourself a copy of the dismissal from court 1, so you have that for your record, so you can give it to your client, and then let him know what's.
Judge, they're saying that since, even though that they didn't sign the warrant, it's going to be heard by the judge and then.
She found, she found the PCs.
They do things a little bit different, so like, so just before they.
Did they find the machine? Hold on, guys, hold on. Okay, so, so this is what happened. The cops go to get the warrant signed on the terroristic threat, and the magistrate refused to sign it. So what she's saying that we need to hear PC right now.
Let's have a hearing then. That's probably the easiest.
Shh. Okay, so, are you ready? Okay, go for it.
Officers were dispatched to a residence in Harris County, Texas. Land witness stated that the defendant called her the day prior and stated, "I know where you live. I'm going to come kill you. I'm going to kill your dog. I have a wrapper on your car." Land witness told officers that the defendant had given her the vehicle and that she was concerned about the existence of a tracking device. Defendant is not a resident of the state, but was in town for an unrelated reason. The defendant then sent the complaining witness a photo of her apartment door after making the threat. Officer heard on ring video, the defendant hitting the door in an aggressive manner. CW said she was in fear of her life.
So he says, go through it again?
All right, so complaining witness stated that the defendant called her the day prior and stated, "I know you live. I'm going to come kill you. I'm going to kill your dog. I have a track on your car." Complaining witness told officers that the defendant had given her the vehicle and that she was concerned about that just tracking device. Defendant was in town for an unrelated reason, but the defendant then sent complaining a photo of her apartment door after making the threat, and the officer observed on ring video the defendant hitting the door in an aggressive manner, and the complainant stated she
So
was.
why would they find no PC? I mean, it's,
There's a few things left in there. I think first, the complainant stated she did not wish to pursue any criminal charges, perhaps.
yeah, but that doesn't
I mean,
factor into whether there's probable.
the other issue, I think, is this allegedly happened on the day before, and at some point later the next day, the complaining witness
I don't think 911 was called. The complaining witness did their own investigation somehow. That's what I can tell from the way the complaint is written. So I don't think 911 was ever called. I don't think the threats are imminent as would be required under the Terroristic Threats
He
Act.
says, I'm going to come kill you. I mean, there's imminency with that. I'm going to go do that, right?
Certainly, that is a consideration. I don't think that's imminent because there's not, I'm coming now, I'm doing this. Like, I think there has to
Because
be
I'm
a
going.
finite time.
I'm going implies I'm coming.
Yeah, and I think for the purpose of PC, right now, we have a complainant stating, even if, she didn't want to press charges or anything, a complainant stating that she was in fear, of imminent, she was in imminent fear. We have a statement, we have a video of a picture of her front door being sent, and then a video of the defendants,
I mean,
I don't know that we have that, but I understand if those threats were allegedly made, I think it was the day before.
Before what?
The day before, based on the complaint, I'm just strictly going off the complaint, it was the day before, and then the next day in the evening, this complaint was filed. So
Yeah, but that's-
there's at least a period of time that no longer has the imminency is my point.
No, they may have filed it later, but the act itself isn't terroristic threat when it happens. Of course, it takes time to file something. They're going to file it later, right? But the fact remains is that on this day, at this time, he says, hey, I'm going to fucking kill you, right? And then proceeds to provide more evidence, adding credence to the fact that he's going to do it. I don't know about the assault, but I mean, I think that there is sufficient to go forward just for the terroristic threat. If you want, I can set you a bond now. That way they can make it. But let him know that once I set a bond, if he makes it, he needs to be here within 7 days.
Certainly.
And then after that, you guys go do about your business, right? Now, I think the fact that she may not want to go forward or whatnot, that will play into the case itself. But remember, probable cause is a very low burden.
Well, I understand completely, Jan. I just think in terms of probable cause, I understand that what the complainant said, it's coming from a third party. I know hearsay is allowed and all of that later on, but for purposes of today, at least if we can get the bond, that, because I came with the impression that this was already an open case anyway.
And I thought so too, but a lot of times what happens is the magistrates don't get all the information because it comes in piecemeal. And so they may not have had all the information at the time when the 2B was issued, and they kind of supplement it after the fact. So what do you think about a bond? Amount wise?
2,000.
Well, can we just pay the court? I was thinking a couple $100 to pay to the court so that he doesn't have to pay a bondsman.
You're going to pay?
I'm not going to pay a family
I was going to
member.
say, be very careful.
I'm not paying any.
Be very careful.
Family will pay on his
Okay.
behalf, but I would want him to pay the court so that the money can be returned rather than a bonding company.
They'll have to go to the sheriff's office. They don't come here to ask.
No, either way,
They go.
but I wanted to be able, the opportunity to pay a couple $100 to the court so that money could be
What are
returned.
you saying? How much?
Like $300 to $500 is what I was thinking.
Sure, 500.
400 it is. We'll split the puppy for you.
There you go. That's-
Okay, so I'm gonna find PC on the terroristic threat.
Put the 2B warning.
Okay, bond will be set at $400. Did they in fact dismiss the other one though?
Yes, Martha said
Okay.
she has to.
Can we print out a copy of it?
Pam?
Yeah, I gotta reset that one. Yeah.
If he can get here, I'll give him a PR bond. So
I think he said next week would be,
just, he runs a risk, right?
Right.
Because there'll be an open warrant for his arrest, so he runs a risk. The later he takes to do it, then, but, okay, we're done.
thank you, Jeff.
Thanks.
8155.
Tell me about it.
For the DVR?
No,
Oh,
does
sorry, her drug test was presumptively negative, Judge.
she ever test positive again, I'm going to keep you.
Judge, it was a scram temper.
If you ever tamper with the device again, I'm going to keep you. I'm doing everything in my power not to revoke your bond. Do you understand? I don't care what it is. If there's a problem with your device, you need to go have it switched out, go get it looked at, but I will not entertain any more excuses from you. No tolerance. Do you understand?
Yes,
Okay? All right.
did she address my, curfew? My lawyer was supposed to ask her about my curfew because I got a job and I started today, and the job is from 5 PM to 6 AM at Igloo. And I have the letter saying that I've been accepted for the job.
Does she have something open elsewhere as well?
She had a deed to provide open out of Austin County, Your Honor.
Still open?
It's not still open. I'm not sure if she plugged it or what happened, but looks like she's on probation now. For that one at Austin County.
You're on probation for DWI. You've not picked up another DWI. I don't want you driving in the middle of the night.
I'm not driving. I'm not driving.
That was just on March 26th, I believe, Your Honor, is when
Right,
she
I
plugged
don't-
for when that case was resolved. The year probation.
I resolved that case. And I,
You still have an open DWI and you picked up another DWI.
I didn't. I haven't done anything since before.
Don't talk. All I know is that you have a probation for DWI, you have an open DWI. The last thing I want is another death on my streets. And I'm going to do everything in my, I tell Pete, everybody tells me what I want to hear here.
I'm not.
And then when they get out there,
Before I took the job, I spoke with my lawyer.
It's keys.
I have someone that works there and they shuttle and I can get a ride. But right now, like, I'm having a problem with getting my lights were turned off. The phone was turned off. I'm worried about monitoring. So I've been working very hard to find a job. This is the only job that I found and I need to work to survive, to pay my bills. I have to work. And with the background that I have, it's been hard for me to find a job regular 8 to 5. This is the only thing that was available. And then I made sure that there was a ride or a shuttle. They work in shifts. So 5, 6 people in my neighborhood work there. So I've secured a ride to and from work.
proof of employment, that you actually have a job working
I
there.
have it, my lawyer have it, and I have the
Have
email
you
right
get
here.
with your lawyer. I want to see actual proof that you're working there. And then we'll put a GPS monitor on you,
I have a monitor. I have GPS monitor already.
exact address, so that we know that you're going to and from work. If you deviate in the slightest, and I don't care what it is, that'll be your 3rd bond violation, and I'm going to lock you up. I will deem you a public danger and make your bond sky high. Do you understand?
Yes,
Okay.
the,
Chief Marie, I'll have you get with your lawyer and then they can get with pretrial.
and I start today. It starts today at 5 PM, which is why she had me come today.
Okay.
So-
I'll have you get with Ms. Freedy. She can get with pretrial. You guys can work out the details.
All right, thanks.
Judge, would you like me to email that proof of employment to you or to pretrial?
No, to, hey, it's 12 already?
So, I wanted to approach on Mr. Wiggins,
Yeah. Sure.
So, and the reason I wanted to approach is because I was in the process of getting the calls and everything, and I was informed that they were able to just block the number in the jail. So, and I wanted to just kind of inform.
But he uses other people's spin numbers to make the calls. So even if you,
Yeah. And so.
allegedly,
Right. So essentially, the reason that I wanted to approach was, first of all, to let you know that I still haven't gotten the calls. I'm not sure what the ETA on that is.
we set it for Monday, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And I just want to let you know, I mean, from the state's perspective, when I talked to Jason, when I talked to, my superiors, when our act was to block the number. And I wanted to, kind of let you know that has happened. Thankfully, in the last however many days, there's been no calls to that number at all from the jail. So I wanted to make you aware of that as well.
Can they block the whole phone number so that no one with any spin number can access it?
I can certainly ask.
I think that would be the operative.
I think that would be optimal.
Because, what we have here, and the last time is the way that they were doing, what he was doing allegedly was he was using other people's SPIN numbers or SID numbers or whatever it is to be able to make the phone calls.
And, when I was looking through the records, I didn't see any spin swapping because I ran obviously her number by itself. I didn't see any spin swapping recently. I understand that was an issue before. We hadn't blocked, I guess I haven't blocked her actual number since October or anything like that. So I did want to let you know, just because I do know that we have that hearing and everything, and I wanted to let you know that, from our perspective, our ask was kind of met. So I wanted to, just kind of be upfront.
So you don't want to go through with the hearing? Is that what you're saying?
I think that our concern and what the state's ask was initially was met. So now I understand obviously for you.
Before you do that, make sure that they can't use someone else's spin to make a phone call. Because if you can, then I think we're still in the same boat. Because that was the problem before. You're going to block it now, but if you can still, do it in another way. Yeah. And then just, I guess, let me know between now and then,
And my understanding is that since Monday, no one from the jail has called that number, not just Mr. Wiggins. So there hasn't been any spin swapping since Monday.
Right, but it was never supposed to be.
I understand, Judge.
Yeah, and I more so just wanted to, be candid that was what our ask was initially.
Okay.
So, I talked to her.
Well, just let me know. I mean, ask that question. I think that's the most operative question at the time,
Okay.
and then we'll see what they say.
Okay. Thank you, Judge.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
The honor.
Yep.
Mr. Anthony Lopez.
Hold on a second. Let me just do this real quick. Just take a seat. For a second.
De Leon.
Hello? Do you speak English, Delo?
Yes. He speaks English. Right.
All right. Good morning. You're charged with illegal dumping. You're facing up to 180 days in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You have worked out an agreement. They're offering you. Just keep it down. You've worked out an agreement. They're offering you 15 days in jail with credit for the 20 days that you've done. You need to understand, Mr. De Leon, that this charge will now go on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life. From now on, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up. Do you understand? You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal once you accept this agreement. There's no turning back. This is what you want to do. How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty? I'm going to find you guilty. I'll send you to the 15 days. I'll give you credit for the 20 that you've done. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Judge.
Did you get your environmental, or is that what this was?
Yes.
Okay, thanks. Okay, are you ready?
Yes, Your Honor. Anthony Lopez. Yes, Your Honor. They denied the PTI.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay. Mr. Lopez, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine because of the high blow. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 3 days in jail with credit for the 1 day that you've done. True first?
Yes, sir.
The thing is that we all make mistakes. You're allowed to make mistakes once in a while, but when you continue to make mistakes where you endanger other people's lives, it just gets so much worse. From now on, you need to understand you're facing a minimum of 90 days in jail. You pick up another case. Not only that, there's a $6,000 surcharge. You pick up another DWI. Do you understand? So if you want to get lit, find another way. Because of this DWI, you ever get pulled over in the future and you smell a little bit like alcohol or dope, you understand? You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, you can never take it off. This is what you want to do. How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty?
I plead guilty, sir.
Are you guilty? Okay. And this is not Target. You can't return it because you don't like it.
I understand, sir.
All right. I'm going to waive your $4,500 surcharge, but you come back with another DWI. Get ready. Do you understand?
Understand, sir.
$40, take an Uber, wherever you want to go. All right, good luck to you, sir.
We also have another plea, for Mr. Louis Lee, Mr. Honor.
Okay.
Just go over here.
Oh, I have to suspend your license. I'm going to suspend it for 90 days. Okay? So just don't drive until you get a license. Okay. On this one, is this a true first or no?
Yes, sir.
Lemus,
It was denied PTI also.
again,
I read it.
okay. Mr. Lemus, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 180 days in jail to be probated for 15 months. As part of this agreement, you will do a DWI education class, 2 victim impact panels, a TRAS to see what other conditions you may need. If you need them, you must fulfill them. No drugs, no alcohol, guardian in a lot, 30 hours of community service. You have any children? And a $100 one-time donation to MAD. Is this how you understand the agreement? True first, state.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Like I told the other gentleman, you're allowed to make mistakes. But when you continue to make mistakes, whether you're in danger of other people's lives, it gets a lot worse. I will waive your otherwise supervisory fee, which you would owe $3,000, but you pick up another DWI. It's a $6,000 fine, and then a minimum of 30 days in jail from now on. Do you understand? Even the smell of alcohol, because you got this prior DWI now, they're going to put, you get pulled over, you're hosed. You understand? How do you plead to the DWI? Guilty or not guilty? Guilty. I'm going to find you guilty. I will sentence you to this agreement. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront, cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. I'm not going to suspend your license because you're doing the probation. But can you run his license? You're on probation for this DWI. You're not to drink alcohol. You're not to use drugs. If you have any issues, come back and talk to me. We can work through anything. But if you take off, you pick up a new case, you consume, it's the worst possible thing you can do. I will issue a warrant and we're going to have a hearing and you violate, you're facing 180 days. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. Eligible, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. As long as you have liability insurance, you can continue to drive. How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty? Guilty. I'm going to find you guilty. I'll follow the agreement. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks. Hey,
How you doing, sir?
how are you, Mr. Sweat?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
Well, let's talk. You know, I think that you, if I remember correctly, you have a parole violation out of.
Louisiana judge.
No, Michigan, sir.
Yeah,
Or Michigan, sorry, Michigan. I'm sorry, I conflated two cases.
That's right. He was a Michigander. That's what we were saying. That's right. You know, a lot of times in life, you really have to read the fine print. You got to read what you're signing. A lot of people just sign just because they want to be done with it. Yay, I'm getting on probation. Yay, I'm getting on parole. Let me just sign what I'm going to do. You know, one of the things that you sign in the jurisdiction where you signed, where you refused, or I'm sorry, you waived extradition by signing the document that you agreed to be on. So whether you agreed to get on parole, whether you agreed to be on probation, you refused extradition by signing the document in and of itself. And it says there, I will, you know, waive extradition if I ever become a fugitive from justice. You are now a fugitive from justice, meaning that you're wanted out of the other state.
Yes, sir.
So you can't sit here and say, you know what, I want to try to get a bond so I can just go turn myself in. You have already you have what's called a pre-signed waiver. You have already signed.
Yes, that's why I was trying to get back.
We are going to get you back.
Yes, sir.
The problem is that sometimes, you know, we give them up to 30 days for them to come get you from Michigan.
I was under the impression it was 14.
In the typical instance where I don't give someone a bond, yeah, But for pre-signed waiver cases, it's 30 days.
Judge, and if I may, that's my argument. When we did all this, we always talk about the practice of 14 days. And so when we originally talked, we reset it out 14 days and we were all basing it on the 14 days. Now, the extension that they're seeking is my understanding because he is detoxing. And at that point, my question is, I talked to him when we talked about the 14 days. We understood each other. He understood me. He seemed fine. I talked to him again today. He seems fine.
And he may be fine now, but when he probably first got here and when everybody was notified, it may have been a different story. He may have been like, just
No,
in the
I talked to him.
clouds.
I talked to him when we talked about the waiver, Judge.
Yeah, I'd been off my detox medication by the time I signed my waiver. I was no longer on even any detox medication.
And so my argument, Judge, I get it. And my argument is, hey, he's ready to go. We don't need extra time. Why are we holding him here extra days? Yeah, he signed the pre-signed waiver, but we talked about 14. If they're supposed to be here in 14, that's the practice. He's good to go.
That's not the practice for pre-signed waivers. It's not right. The 14 days, and understand the 14 days, hold on.
Yes, sir.
The 14 days
Yes, sir.
is us being nice because statutorily, it's 30 days. Even in the instance where if it were a 14-day thing where I'm going to give someone a bond or this or that, statutorily, it's 30 days. We do 14 days because we have so many damn people in jail that we try to get them out as quick as possible. So as a courtesy to you, it's for everybody else, not for pre-signed waiver cases. We, as a courtesy, do 14 days. But in reality, we have 30, or they have 30 to come get you. And then Harris County releases you at that time.
May I say one thing?
Sure.
It would have been 8 days ago, last Tuesday. They told me ATW. I went downstairs. They said Michigan is here to get you. I waited 4 hours and in the holding cell. Then they said, actually, they're not coming. I had to go all the way back to the booking process again. They took my money from my account, put it in a check. I cannot go to commissary, can't go to commissary. And the waiver that I did sign, I did read the fine print and it said they have 14 days. And if they do not, 10 business days, 14 calendar days. And if not, then they can seek an extension if necessary. My argument, I understand everything you said and I'm not questioning I know the law more than you, but I did read the fine print.
So hold on, let's find out. Mr. Kim,
Yes, Judge.
what's the good word? Tell me
So
about-
they're supposed to be giving an update this afternoon. Hold on, I don't want to misspeak. Yes, I got an email about an hour ago, I want to say, that they should give the final update yesterday, but it's one where obviously they have to medically clear him, liability alone in terms of, I'm not going to just, trust that he's good to go until a medical professional tells me that he's good to go for transport, because it's a liability on both, obviously, the sheriff's office side and Michigan side for the transport. We have.
You want to
had
roll it till
issues.
tomorrow to see what they say?
Well, that's fine, but it's just for an update, just because, once the email comes in saying that he's clear, I would obviously relay that over to Ricardo. So, we can roll over, that's fine, but just rolling it over isn't going to rush their decision because they already have it on the forefront because we've been emailing about it.
Do you
Because
have
it's-
any clue when they're going to get here?
Well, so once he's clear, they can book it. So I believe they said once they clear him, they can get him in.
What do you mean once they clear him? What does that mean? He's not cleared as of right now?
That's what I mean. Is like right now, medical has not cleared him from the Harris County side for Michigan to
I
come
haven't
get
been
him.
on detox medication since the fourth
I have
day.
no idea what that means.
The fourth, I was withdrawing because I take Xanax. And when I came in, they gave me a 5-day detox. I haven't been on detox medication.
So let's do this. Let's roll it to tomorrow. Who
Okay.
do I need to check in with to see if he clears from medical?
Well, I mean, it's a sheriff's office via Harris Health, but we're already in communication with them. That's what I'm saying. It's like no one's sleeping on this. We've been actively, there's like 4 emails this morning alone. No one is, they're just making sure he's cleared medically. And so there's no magic. It's going to be in 4 hours. It's when medical clears him. And it's not something that I can force, obviously, because it's determinative of his condition. Not just the fact that he's off medication. It's the equivalent of going into an ER. They have to observe, they have to make sure he's stable and he's safe for transport. I don't know what that means. And obviously the sheriff's office makes that determination based on safety. So safety, both him and the officers coming to pick him up.
I guess let's do this. Set it for Friday. And I'll reach out to the sheriff's office to see what the heck is going on so they can go interview him to get him cleared as soon as possible.
Okay, I will have this
I
reset
will email now, figure out, sweat, right?
If I'm being extradited to sweat. Over the, my understanding when I looked into it, it's the prison that wants you.
Charles Egler Reception.
Whatever it
Rapid
was.
Center.
I think I mentioned it to you. Who is
You said
this?
the Lansing Tether Unit, but,
That thing, that's who's asking for you.
but am I going to the
Mr.
county
Kent,
jail?
Day, I'm gonna CC you on this, okay?
Yes, Judge.
Give me a second. Hey, Ricardo, what's your email address?
Judge, it's R, last name Laredo.
All right, 832? Okay, I'm CCing you on this as well.
And Judge, my only argument is look at the man. He looks in better health than
No,
I am.
that's why I'm emailing
Yeah.
now.
That's all. Thank you, Judge. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I actually have a court date set for the 16th, which would have been the day after my 14th day.
Okay. Well, Judge is doing, he's going
Yeah.
above and beyond. He's
I
trying to
appreciate
figure
it.
it out for us as well. So
Thank you.
let's allow him an opportunity to do so. So you can hear everybody's trying to figure this out. I mean, everybody sees you.
Yeah.
Judge sees you. I see you.
Yet he has been held in custody since when?
27th,
What is it?
27th of last month.
Is that right?
It sounds about right. I saw him.
Either, I don't want to take your word.
Dave, do you have that by chance?
It shows that he was filed on April 1st. Oh, wait, no, sorry, it's wrong.
3/31.
Oh, so sorry, it's 3/31, yeah.
3:30. I was held in Pasadena jail till the 20, from the
I'm
27th.
not counting Pasadena.
Okay.
The point we're doing now is you look good. We're trying to make that happen as soon as possible. Get this in the. Yeah, clarity.
But once they clear me, we'll start over, but I feel like we're how many days.
They lost, how many days we lost. We're trying to figure it out.
That we think.
Okay. So let's at least set you 2 days out to make sure, what my feeling is that medical is going to want to talk to you to make sure everything's fine so that you're fit for transport. Once that happens, they can get the fugitive prosecutor to let Michigan know, hey, come get him. And then hopefully they can do it within the allotted time. I've just set the email now. Let's set off for 2 days for Friday and we'll see. And hopefully that gets done.
Is the allotted time being 14 or 30?
I don't know yet.
Sure.
We're trying to figure it out.
I don't know. I'm not going to commit to anything at this point because I don't know why they didn't clear you when they last interviewed you. So there's a lot of other things that play to determine when the day actually is. But be that as it may, we're going to try to get you out as quick as possible.
Yes, sir.
No one's sleeping on it and no one's waiting for just,
Yes, sir.
yeah.
Thank
We're
you.
working on this.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay.
Thank you for.
Thanks for
Thank you, Judge. I'll reset to Friday.
He's on today's docket.
This is the gentleman, it's a theft of the projector from. Okay.
Victoria told me I needed to approach about bond conditions, but if you're happy with them all,
Well, no, the thing is this case is super duper old, right?
yes. And the judge, this was a 2B. And so that's part of the age. And then,
If it's a true 2B for
Well-
like 180 days, then I don't have a problem. But if he's been on bond
Well-
and then he takes off for 150, then
so just my brief look at it, what looks like happened is it was a 2B. He got picked up. He paid an out-of-county bond. And his next court date was not clear to him. And
Come on.
so, he did bond forfeit. And then he paid another out-of-county bond and he's here today.
He's forfeited at least 2 different times. It's now 212 days on.
It looks like to me, he's only bond forfeited once.
He's made,
And again, any amount of bond forfeiting is bad, but
discovery complete on this case.
Hold on, Your Honor. Verify that.
If you ever take off on me again, Mr. Williams, you know what's going to happen to the bond. And if you don't have anyone in this world that's willing to pony up 10,000, perhaps 5 to 10,000, you will be stuck like Chuck in there until this thing is over. Do you understand me? The only thing in this world I'm asking you to do is keep my county safe and show up. You pick up another case, you are unsafe to my county. It's really not going to go well for you. Do you understand me?
I do believe this, Your Honor, there's,
I'd like you to do a writ first as well to see whether they got the projector back or not.
yes, Your Honor.
And then,
Judge, if we can just have a regular reset,
your regular reset.
that'll give me time to look at
You
everything.
must be here at the next setting. So we're going to decide what we're going to do with this case. But I'm going to tell you now, if they didn't get it back, it will be part of anything. That
Understood.
restitution is, all right, Mr. Williams, don't have any contact with these people. Don't have any weapons. Don't pick up any new cases. So I guess, Felicia, I'll have you do it as just because it'll be faster so we can get them out of here. Just no contact with the complaining witness, no going back to the pawn shop, no new cases, no drugs, no alcohol. Okay. All right, dude. Good luck. See you in 30.
Be too- Okay.
Mr. Slider,
How are you, Judge? Good to see you as always.
great to see you, man. Been too long.
So we are finally going to see Mrs. Uceda. We're going to do a 6-month deferred.
Okay.
Basically, she's almost been on deferred for a year and a half anyway, doing this. But we're
Why,
gonna-
what's, I don't remember what this case, is this
This
the
was
one?
Yeah, this was a CompuVal, brought the fake gun to school.
I remember.
Yeah,
How's coffee about? She's totally fine, man. Come
she
on.
got Monopoly.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Never played Monopoly before. Did you play Monopoly? God, she still didn't play Monopoly. Come on.
she judge.
You would know, man.
I-
Get your sister.
Because we're doing a 6-month and I think the TRAS said thinking for a change. I think we should change that to effective decision-making and anger management because there's no way she's doing 18.
And that's all I really want to see is that young adult case. Are we good with the 6 months on young adult case?
Yeah.
That's really all I care.
And we're just going to change the thinking for a change to effective decision-making and anger management.
Is which effective decision-making class, though?
The effective decision making is the one that's 8 hours, the thinking for a change is a 16-week one.
Right, that's a big difference, you know, does she,
She's not going anywhere for 16 weeks, Judge. I mean, when I tell you she's been in my office like 50 times, I mean, everything that we do has to be spoon-fed. I see there would be a compliance.
I understand. Okay, it's fine. Let's, okay. I'm for it.
As long as the young adult case was on there, and that's really.
Are you ready?
We're doing the paperwork now. I just want to clear that up. Give me about 5 minutes and we'll do that. Your call here.
Judge, and we're doing continued supervision on,
Bennett walking.
Pop tested Monday.
in my phone.
Hey, how are you?
That's at your fridge, though.
Pop test Monday.
How are you?
Mirrors.
Just drug tested?
Now. Yeah.
Okay.
If you've been convicted of felony and the other side, felony and three other states. And then you're requesting the judge to decide to place you on community supervision. You're requesting the judge to place you on community supervision. Oh,
She's asking you.
yes or no? Yes. Okay. You can sign. Sorry, I'm nervous. Just my name? Just sign. Signature. Okay, and then I'm going to. I did I went with my mom TikTok.
Yeah, you just go viral. We went viral.
Yeah. Okay. You're right though, on the blue. They wanted to do an interview, but I said no. I said no.
Right,
You're right though, blue light person home. That's perfect. Oh, thank you. All right, thank you. You step the chair card.
Come on up, Miss Hussein. So you were charged with threatening exhibition or use of a firearm with a school bus. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You have worked out an agreement that it's a 6-month deferred. Ms. Uceda, this is the type of probation that if you complete successfully, you do not end up with a conviction on your record. You understand?
Yeah, I understand.
You can't tell people it was dismissed. It doesn't get dismissed. You do a probation. If you complete it, there's no conviction on your record.
Oh,
There's a big difference. Do you understand?
yeah, I understand.
Okay. It is extremely important that you complete this successfully, because if you don't, this is a potential crime of violence that will always be used against you in the future. If you ever try to apply for a job, if you ever try to go do something in this life, you will always have to explain this. If it's a conviction, meaning if it goes on your record, that is a very bad thing.
Yeah, I
You
understand.
need to complete this probation.
Mhm.
You understand?
Yeah, I understand that.
I'm going to waive all your fees. It's never about the money. It's about you showing up on time, not using alcohol, not using drugs, and doing illegal drugs, and doing the classes you're supposed to do. The recommendation here was for you to do a Thinking for a Change, which is a 16-week class that you go once a week. Mr. Slider has asked for me to give you a different class, which is a effective decision-making class, which is an 8-hour class. I will do it. The other thing she's supposed to do is what else?
It's anger management.
He's still in anger management.
I finished that one already.
If it's okay, we can get that certificate.
Did she do it?
She did do it.
Yeah, I finished it.
She's done quite a bit since she's been on bond, Judge.
Okay, I will give you credit for anything that you've done.
Mhm.
The only thing that we're asking you to do, stay out of trouble. Don't be in possession of any weapons. And I'll make you a deal. If you do really well, I'll take you off in half the time. So if you get everything done, you're nice to everybody, especially the probation officers, because I'm telling you, these people have a really hard job because they deal with a lot of people who aren't nice. And if you aren't nice to the probation officers, they're not going to treat you well and you're going to be right back over them.
I understand.
You're giving up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to test for any behalf, confront, cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported. Right. I still have to advise you that if you're not, you can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization.
But I was,
He's just advising you,
Oh,
just in
okay.
case if you weren't, he's just making sure.
You need to
that
understand that you also give up the right to appeal.
Oh.
So what that means is that once you enter into, this is a contract that you and I are entering into. If you complete it successfully, we're all happy. If you violate it though, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. I'm going to put you in jail, bring you back out, and you're facing a whole year if you violate this. You understand?
yes, I understand.
Don't pick up any new cases. Do your stuff on time. If there's ever any issues, if you ever have any problems, come back, talk to us, and we can work through anything.
Okay, I understand.
Any questions?
No.
How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty. Sorry, Charles. I'm very nervous.
No need to be. You know, as long as you do everything well, there's no need to be nervous. I'm not going to find you guilty. I'm going to wait. I will withhold that for 6 months, wait for you to do what you need to do.
What I did was a mistake, I know.
Just, the idea is that you learn. That's why we have this, so that you learn, so you don't make the mistake again and end up with something worse. Everybody back there in jail, they never learn. They never grew up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Grow up. What are you doing with yourself now? Did you graduate from high school?
last year I graduated.
So what's the plan for the rest of your life?
Next year I might go to college
Why next year? Why are you waiting?
because they were helping me to get into college, but
Who's
it's
they?
like the teacher from high school,
Okay, so what are you doing with yourself now? Nothing.
helping my parents. I know it's nothing, I know.
No, that's not good. You're doing nothing. And the thing is that all you're doing is you're getting older. And if you're not doing anything now, 1 year is going to pass by, 2 years is going to pass by. That's unacceptable.
I might get a
No.
job.
No, you need to get a job. And I'm now making that a condition of as well. You either have to get a job or be in school full time. I'm not going to let you be a bum and do nothing while you're on probation. If you don't get a job, it's not going to go well for you. You need to be productive, because when you have too much time on your hands, you get self-destructive. Bad things happen. You need something to do in this life. Do you understand?
Understand?
Okay, so I want to know within 3 weeks that she's done something. I'm giving you 3 weeks. If you don't have a bunch of applications in to try to get a job, it's not going to go well. I want you to start looking.
I applied, but they want like everything. They want social security.
How else are they going to pay you?
They want it. I don't have such, I do have, but
You do? If you were born here, you do. You just got to
they
go
want
get a copy
ID,
of
but I
it.
haven't got my ID.
She got to go get her ID.
I have to go get my
Man,
ID.
how are you going to live this life without even an ID? What she say to? No. I'm gonna keep you here. We're gonna work with you to make sure that stuff happens with you. First, I want you to get your ID. You got 2 weeks. After that, we're gonna work on getting your social security card. You got another 2 weeks to get your social security card. After that, we're gonna start working on getting you a job.
Social security.
You got the card?
My mom has it.
Okay, so I want you to go get an ID. You got 2 weeks. Got it?
Yes, I got it.
Okay.
Today's docket ran for hours and covered more ground than most people will ever see inside a single courthouse in a single morning. A man fired a gun inside his own apartment. Paranoid and soaked in water, he poured on himself. A man was accused of killing his own mother before evading arrest with a gun still in his car. Another stood before the judge with a criminal history so long it took minutes just to read out loud. And the judge told him plainly, "You scare me." A homeless man was given one more chance to reconnect with the only family he had left. A man on his second DWI was told about the officer who died just 1 day earlier, and the judge waived every dollar he owed, because in the end, it was never about the money. And a young woman who once brought a fake gun to school stood before that same bench today, not with a conviction, but with a second chance, a plan for an ID, a job, and maybe even college. This courthouse does not give up easily. It adjusts the class. It waives the money. It prints out job listings from the bench. It tells you what happened yesterday to the man who did not listen. And then, it opens the door. If this docket showed you anything, it's that the line between a second chance and a life sentence is thinner than most people realize. If you want to see more real courtroom moments like this, hit subscribe and turn on notifications, because every single day, this judge faces decisions that most of us will never have to make. Let me know in the comments which case affected you the most. And if you're new here, welcome to the courtroom. We'll see you in the next one.